everyone. I'm Melody. First of all, I want to thank you all for standing here to hearing our pitch, and I hope you are having a wonderful time listening to our students' pitches. So, I don't know if you remember, a couple of days ago, at Zuckerberg's hearing, the congressmen, the black members addressed that Facebook does not reflect America. Why is that? Because executives are all white men and white women. And there's diversity in Facebook for sure, but it's just not enough. So I thought, okay, that's pretty interesting. How could I, help solve the issue, especially in technology, in tech companies? So, before I even dive into my products, I do my research. So first of all, I realized that, of course, that when you are hiring, you're always going to be basing on skills. And that is totally correct, because we want to make sure that you are a good fit for our startup, for our companies, that you have values that you can contribute to our companies. And so what did LinkedIn do? They match you based on skills. Your past jobs is awesome. I use it, I benefit a lot. Use Shaper. I find great mentors through Shaper. So it helped me accelerate my coding skills in Swift and programming and things like that. Awesome. Mentor Crews, a newly launched startup that actually match you based on skills as well. It's the only thing that you have to pay them. So not so great. So what is the real problem here? I feel like skills are not enough. It's good for hiring, but what about accelerating your actual growth as an individual in the tech world? It's about diversity and inclusion. So before I did that, I went to Harvard Business Review. I read about an article so fascinating. It says that if there's one African American teacher in the classroom, more likely the students with black background will be able to succeed and achieve a higher math score in SAT in high school. And I thought, okay, so then last year, there's an article on Fox News. It says that there's actually a black woman who's like a great doctor in a New York Medical University. And then besides being a doctor herself, she actually offered to mentor people who want to be in the medical world. Not just for black women, but like all minorities. So women, men, black women, black men, everyone. And there's like surprising results. So see the results. So many people enroll in the program, and 98% of those applicants, the people who are in the program actually got accepted into college, and 58% are in STEM major. How awesome is that? And I thought, okay, this is so great. And especially so after we have this race problem like solved by minority nonprofits, there are actually other programs that deal with more, as you can see, Sheryl Sandberg addressed this issue of not having enough women in tech. And so I thought, okay, then how does it actually, is there like research that actually have an immediate impact? And something that's even wowed me even more is that there are two groups of female students in London, and they actually do some little fun experiments. So they are separated into two groups. One group will be presented with a letter. That letter is like a magazine showcasing how successful women can be in tech, in science, in mathematics. And the other group, they didn't. So we want to see if this actually had an impact on your semester grade. So after one semester, we realized that the psychology major who have read those letters about successful women, they have 62% less likely to drop out or even fail the class. And for chemistry, 77%. So this huge impact is quick, as long as you have a role model to look up to. It's so quick that you can have a different achievement in your gender equality. So I thought, oh, how can I replicate this experiment? As a software engineer, I'm passionate about solving social problems with technologies. For me, technology doesn't make sense if this is not used for solving problems. So I thought it's finding mentors and mentees like based on skills as well. After those results and many user interviews, I realized that that's not true. Finding mentors and mentees is about finding people you can relate to. There's no even mentors and mentees. Like, it's all about finding the stories behind that person that you can connect to. So I'm introducing Relate today. It's launched this Monday. It's all about telling your stories. How can we increase diversity in tech world? It's about sharing why you're in tech and your personal background. So when you're successful as a mentor, you have mentees who look up to you. They say, oh yeah, I see someone like me, so I can be successful as well. And something that touched my heart is I have a great mentor. She's a product manager, she's a coder, and I look up to her a lot. So that's why I feel like I can have success in May school and launch my products. And as you can see, I match based on race, genders, and stuff. So here, I want to emphasize my platform is not for you to hire. It's for you to look for role models or give back what you've learned so far. On LinkedIn, we don't have race and gender because of discrimination reason. We don't want to have that. When you're looking at your resume, to just be like, okay, like because of discrimination, we're not going to hire you. That's so great about LinkedIn. But for me, finding a role model, it needs more. We don't want to be colorblind anymore. Like other platforms, that is great for their reasons, but for me, that's something that we need to address. Even though it's a hard conversation to have, we need to address it. So matching, you connect. After reading their sourcing tag, their personal backgrounds, you connect with them. And it offers real-time chatting. So for you, you will be able to chat, start a conversation, and because you already have the stories, you'll be able to chat with them real quick and having something already connected. And remember, this platform is all about you. It's not all about the technology, how great is that chatting, I mean, that is like so important in the software engineering world, but for me, what creates value is that it's all about you, connecting you with the right person. And I would love to have your feedback. So, just this little sneak peek, now version 1.0 of Relate is currently on the App Store, but 1.1 is under review. And as you can see, there are more features coming, there are more space for you to share your stories, to share your personal background, to find someone to connect to. So Relate is on the App Store. You can follow the short link to download it, and Relate accelerates, and that's how we grow in our career. But before that, let me show you something real quick, is that today, Recognize, my other app, debuts on App Store today. So because of Captain Rainbow's great data science courses, I love data science. So over the course of a month, I spend a lot of time on my own studying deep learning, train the models, and do a lot of stuff, build my own image classifiers, OCRs from scratch. And it's all become a true product by having it on the App Store. And I'm truly proud of myself what I can achieve because of the mentors and because of the products I have. So please go download these apps. Let me know if you have any feedback, any questions, and I'm also looking for an opportunity to grow over the summer. So that's Relate, that's Accelerate, and come talk to me. I would love to talk to you. Thank you.